we can be. That's from Eric Butterworth, another New Thought author and man during the Ernest Holmes times. I know that I am an individualization of the truth of wholeness, the truth of love, reason and sound mind, the truth of peace and joy, the truth and the freedom of the circulation of the divine in every atom, in every function, and every organ. Ernest Holmes from The Science of Mind. It's one thing to say we are whole, and quite another to live our lives and make our choices according to this understanding. Paradoxically, having a realization of wholeness does not allow for thoughts of limitation or self doubt. Absolutely nothing is missing from our infinite potential. No matter what we do, we can't compromise that truth. All too often, we fall short of fully embracing our potential until some great challenge comes along that beckons us into a greater expression of ourselves. One that can show up only because we are whole. President Abraham Lincoln is a quintessential example of this concept, revealed and undervalued by many Americans, even by some who were in his administration. Some called him a gorilla, a buffoon, and an embarrassment to the Republic. Yet, today, historians identify Lincoln as the greatest president in American history. Lincoln lived up to his potential and changed the world, but it took a civil war to press him into that greatness. Are you waiting for a crisis to call you out? Or are you open to expressing your wholeness without all that pain? It's your choice. And here's the affirmation, and it's not super long, so I'll say it once and then you can say it after me. I am whole. I act on my wholeness with my every thought, word, and action. I am whole. I
Act on.
and action. You want to try that again? Can
Yeah.
we?
Yes.
Being that I kind of buffooned it.
No.
I am whole.
I am whole.
I act on my wholeness with my every thought and word and action.
I act on my wholeness with
Every
every
word,
thought and action.
action. Mahalo.
Mahalo to you, Jean. Because I picked Jean because I knew she's up to it and she has such great energy. I wanted to share that energy with the audience. So thank you, Jane. A little bit about what we do at New Thought and a little background history on New Thought. In this part, I usually just try to make it up or wing it, but today I decided like I'm going to go by the book because it does do a better job. So it goes like this. The circle we sit in represents both our inclusiveness and our equality. We have no minister. We take turns facilitating and we minister to each other. In, in addition to sharing our own spiritual insights and that of our history of being a part of religious science, we invite teachers from all wisdom traditions around this wonderfully diverse planet. We invite and honor such variety in ourselves and in the world around us. We've come to understand that no single source has exclusivity as regards to spiritual truth or health and joy, that there is much to learn from many or all of these other sources. By providing here a loving, accepting, non-judgmental community, we create a sanctuary with a nourishing and development and evolution of each individual's unique spiritual path, and they are unique. It is not only it not only furthers us individually, but by bringing our compassion, our insight, and wisdom forward, it benefits those that are around us, our fellow travelers on this spaceship Earth, our spiritual community, our family, friends, and neighbors. And this dear Kailua Kona community and our world. So we aim to treat each other and those around us as sparks of Source, the Buddha, rays of the Great Spirit, Christ conscious souls. We gather here each Sunday morning to help us affirm these views and strengthen our capacity to love and to be loved. And we thank you for joining this circle. And now we're moving right on to what we call ordinaries and miracles. The book, The Course in Miracles, states that miracles should be ordinary, and if they're not, something went wrong. Miracles seem to be pretty unexpected, something that offers relief from a situation that is not seeming to go well. Miracles are most often an unexpected fix of a problem. Miracles do feel good, and miracles inspire us to believe that there really is a divine providence out there, and it's on our side, at least kind of on our side. So when miracles are understood as our birthright, they become ordinary miracles. So if any of you would care to share a recent ordinary miracle, please just raise your hand and I'll come up to your mic and then say your name. Say your name first. Thank you. Pasha raised her hand first. She gets the prize.
Well, I just want to acknowledge the miracle of the live stream is working. And I'm not quite sure what I did. I just tried various things, but I think it was like the left side, like, click. Wait, no, right click. And it forgot it had a webcam, but now it remembered. And welcome all the beautiful people out there watching by live stream.
Terry, please. Is that a good height for you?
Should be. I have a new cat and a source of joy and love and happiness. My cats are my life.
Come on up. Just say your name first.
Hey, I'm Viana, and this is a little vulnerable as a share, but I was just noticing a pattern in my marriage that I've been creating, and I shared it vulnerably and took responsibility for it last night when I was trying to control my husband and manage his behavior. And I've been doing that since I was about 5. So I'm grateful for that lesson and am owning it. And he's much more free now. So we both are. That's a miracle.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Is there any others? Yes, please come on up, way from the back.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, door number two, door number two. Hi, I'm Chaz, and it's so good to be here. Thank you so much for coming to be with us. I loved your quote. The Course in Miracles really was such a game changer for me. I spent my first several decades trying to change and control the world and people around me. And the Course taught me that the miracle is really a shift in perception. It's not about changing people, places, and things. It's a shift within me. And so what I spend my time doing now is whenever I perceive something is here to hurt me, I get to undo the ego until I see the blessing, because life is for me. I'm only here for God, and that's you.
Wonderful. Good. You? Paul Mackay.
I just had two ordinaries. One was, when I came up here, I came that way. I hardly ever do that. And I remember the sign up for Thanksgiving, and I did. So I only see two names on there. I hope everybody's coming for Thanksgiving dinner because it is so much fun. And if you bring instruments, we can do Kanakapi laughter. Yeah. So please come. Please join us all. That was one ordinary. The other ordinary is we're doing a prayer training class on Saturdays, and my printer didn't want to print out the information I was given over the internet, and I was a little perturbed by it. But the night before I was to come, all of a sudden my printer started printing. I don't know why. I wasn't even at the printer. I was watching TV. And it printed the whole thing out. And so I have this whole new set, and I brought it with me. I don't know why I brought it with me either, but I did. Turns out there was a whole new person in our group, and she needed those papers, and I had them.
Any other burning miracles?
Good morning. My name is Leah. I have a 36-year-old son that has a history of drug abuse, and to not fix, to be involved in support, but not fix, to love and not have judgment, to allow him his freedom to find his own way is sometimes very tricky. Daily working on that, and he's now in detox, so he's on his way again to a better place, and I'm very grateful.
Well, actually, I have a miracle. It's about pigs. This family tribe of pigs has been ravaging my little farm, and it's like it makes it so hard to keep up with the landscaping and that thing because the ground's all dug up with rocks, and you can't mow anymore. You can't find all the dirt and put it back in place. And they're just generally very destructive. So it's been really getting to me, stressing me out for about 2 months now. And now the pigs are this high. They're still only half grown. Finally, a couple of days ago, I won't repeat what I really thought, but I said, oh, forget it. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. I'm just I'm letting go of it. I'm releasing it to spirit or like to whatever, it's going to be perfect eventually. And now, like the next day, somebody shows up with this giant cage on my neighbor's property and they set it up. And yesterday, they caught 4 pigs at once. So there's still a couple to go that didn't get in. But to me, it's like, as soon as I let go, it's like, ooh, problems being solved on the way. And it was just nothing I could do. I tried electric fences. The whole place is totally fenced. My next thing was like a bazooka or something. Oh, that didn't work. Believe me, I've tried it. I have no problem marking my property. In fact, it's my preferred place to let go. So, anyways, yeah. And I just real quick, catching them once they were in the trap was like the whole family, the man and his wife and 2 boys all did it. And it's like to somehow put a lasso on a squealing pig, get a lasso on them and drag them over and get them out the trap door, pull them out, hog tie them. And there's all this incredible squealing and noise and dogs barking and stuff. And then they top it all off. He didn't know what to do with them. He's just going to drive them far away and release them. And so I said, well, let me call this guy next door. And the guy happened to live on the next property up. He says, okay, I'll take all 4. So instead of him driving 50 miles, he drove 300 feet and we got rid of him. So to me, it was like, oh, that really worked out. How did that happen? It's like, yeah. Okay. Any more miracles? Okay. We've got time for one more share.
Little bitty. My name is Maria. It's good to see everybody here. The little, big, huge thing is that 6 months ago, Koakani, who's sitting in this second chair here, had a stroke. And it was the kind of stroke where you're horrified, where you go to the hospital and they make all these tests and they say, oh, you may have a brain mass and kidney failure and you're just in terrible shape and we don't know what's going to happen. And maybe you should move back to the mainland where there's better health care. I'm sure we've all heard that. And there he sits. And because of your prayers and your intentions and your visualizations and the support that we got from the community, he's 95% back. So that's a miracle. Thank you.
Could I get one of those hand mics? I'd like to propose a question related to today's topic for the audience and pass the mic around. But if you want to hear LT play later, make it really brief, like like a sentence or less, or actually a word or less if you're up for that. Like, would you? And question is how do you handle unexpected change? Just like, oh, good. Oh, not so well. It's a challenge, something like that. And so just say your name and please keep it brief.
Pasha. Is it on?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Pasha, breathe. Elisha Leolani, be.
Jean, love.
Leah,
Trust. Sally, enjoy.
Jeff, open mind.
David, trust.
Bruce, adventure.
Bonnie, gratitude.
John, turn it over.
Maria, kicking and screaming, and then pleasantly surprised.
Kawakani, life.
Terry, think about it later.
Drew, and I didn't hear what the question was.
Drew, the question was, very briefly, how do you handle change, unexpected change?
How do you handle it?
Yeah, good, bad. Yeah, who cares?
Whatever.
Okay. Or if you don't want to say, you could just pass the mic and say.
Leslie, accept.
Eddie, keep moving.
Faith.
Jamie, ground.
Vayana, adventure.
Kaimana, laugh.
Lauren, pro and con lists.
Sandra, accept.
Emina, gratitude and grace.
Patty.
Margie, with interrogation.
Jatayu, reconnecting with spirit.
Pomakai, curiosity.
Candy, faith.
Guinevere, eventual surrender.
Laura, surrender.
Marav, observance and acceptance.
Greg, and curiosity.
Cindy, observe.
Is that all of it? Yes. Everybody. Thank you so much. That went pretty well. And now I'd like to introduce the speaker musician for today. Like I said, it's Leon Tumata, better known as by most of us as LT Smooth. He's going to share his musical talent with us, and he's also a wonderful motivational speaker. And he has a life of public service. He meets with troubled youth in schools and in prisons to offer hope, guidance, and love. Right in Kona, he's established many giving foundation type of things, and one of them is the Heart of Music Academy to help the young people learn to grow and appreciate life through music. And he's like really into a lot of other stuff. He can talk to you about it if he wants to. LT has 4 albums out and has sold over 1 million copies. It's not always been easy for him. He's in his, not his past life, but in his past life here on this time around, he's had to overcome many personal obstacles
on his way to success, including he shared he had a run-in with the law for a while. LT says that his music has really been the enabler for the positive change in his life. His music is a tool that he uses to help encourage others to heal, to help them mend the things that we all go through in life. His story is a story of freedom, how to make changes in our lives, how to accept change in our life. And LT is one of the most loving, humble guys, gentleman. He seems to be very gentle, that either you or I will ever meet. And he just blows me away constantly, like how willing he is to give, like he wants to give. And he's been very generous here with New Thought. So please welcome LT Smooth.
That was a great introduction, I must say. Have another round of applause for my brother there. Amazing. I know I don't have a lot of time, and just sitting there listening to everyone comment about change. Wow, so blown away that everyone's so different and unique in so many ways and how we think. But at the end of the day, we're still all one. We're all chasing that one change in our lives to be able to make a difference. Yeah, well, everything he said was true. I fought the law for so many years, and I first of all, I come from New Zealand, born and raised, and come from a okay family in the beginning, and just kept doing things that were just not right in my life. Well, like I said, I don't have much time, but on my back was some of the things that I was struggling with that I have in my backpack. The backpack's supposed to represent all the things I went through in life. And I have not only the things that I struggled through that you could all relate to, but I also have the answer on the other side of the card. Now today, things have changed. Generations have changed. Our bodies have changed. Our minds have changed. Everything about life has changed, including the world we're living in. It has changed. Climate change, global warming, my husband yelling more than he's ever yelled at me, or my wife is so, controlling, and all those things. And then we wake up in the morning and go, wow, I'm still alive. I'm still here. There must be a reason why I'm still here. Has to be. There must be a reason why you're here today. I just finished a big festival last night, and I got up at 4 o'clock to get the van back to U-Haul and take all the equipment out and, get myself ready for this morning, knowing that I had to speak this morning. So all these things are kind of like clutter. You just rush around. The only time you rest is when you go to bed. Your mind shuts off, kind of shuts off. It actually not shut off completely. And then you get up because you're thinking so much. There's so much things to think about and to do. We're always running. We don't have a moment like I did this morning, come in and you guys were all in there, taking the time to breathe, taking the time to be thankful to care for God for the gift of life. Because we're so busy worrying about a bill, or busy worrying about what shall I wear this morning, or what shall I do tomorrow or next week? What are we going to do? We're so busy running that we don't have enough time to stop, just stop and think about life. think about you. Don't worry about the person next to you. Think about you. Are you okay? So I'm going to take this heavy, usually there's bricks in here that represents the heaviness of life that I've been carrying around for my life, not all my life, but the time that I had done drugs and in gangs and all that, just breaking the law. And I just wrote a couple of things because I couldn't find any bricks. So I brought the mosquito thing. You know how you kill mosquitoes in the box? So I'm just going to pull out every brick that represent my life and what I struggled through. And one of them was forgiveness. Now, a lot of us in life takes a while to forgive. Some of us maybe just say, oh, I forgive you for doing that. But really, you didn't. You actually just said it's all just words. But deeply, it actually starts from here, the word forgiveness, right? And the only way you could forgive is to surrender, to be able to go, it's okay. I forgive you, my brother, for what you did. I forgive you for what you did to my family or to my friends. And it took a while for me to forgive my own father and things that we went through in life that you probably have never walked. And thank goodness you did it. So it took a while to forgive. And it took time for me to surrender my pain and my sorrows and my scars that I have on my body and all the beatings I got, all the times I've been locked up and chained and all that stuff. I had to surrender to all that and go, I forgive you, Dad, or I forgive you, my brother or my sister. It took a while. It only takes that part, as you said, what has changed? Changes many things, right? It's a universal language, change. And so it took a while for forgiveness. Another one that really, really hit me hard was drugs. As I heard, drug is definitely a demon that I've been carrying on my back for so long, from cocaine to heroin to meth for so long. Started at the age of 9 and carried on, and I never ran away from this for the longest time. And it took me to some very dark places in my life that no one will understand but a druggie. And as you, as a mother, go through that, and you tear up as no one's around but you, on your knees, asking God, please save my son, please save my daughter. And all you did, which was the right thing, was you got help. You asked for help. You needed strength around you to keep your legs solid on solid ground, to be able to go, my son will make it through. There's no option after that. He will make it no matter what. And here I am as a witness and a miracle like your son. I'm probably young enough to be your son, to be able to go, I made it, Mom. I made it. I'm gonna go through it all. And when I get to bottom, I will crawl back up with your help, Mom. And that's what it takes. You ask for help and you got it. And you'll still continue to get it from people like me. How can I help make your son succeed and break through that demon of drugs? And our kids in our generation today who are just seeking for help through this, which is the wrong thing to do, but it's available for them to take. And there's a price to pay for that. A lot of it usually is death. So we have to figure out how to get help to be able to go, I don't know it all. Help me to think about how my son is thinking or what he's feeling so that I can help him get through this bad story that he's going through. Because really, we got to figure out how to change his story in life. Because that story in that chapter he's going through is never going to end but death, pretty much. I lost most of my family in drugs and many other things. So I'm with you. I'm with you all the way. And if after this service, I'd love to help you. There's many of us, even a phone call can change a life, you know. So this is one of the bad things that I struggle with. And maybe some of us here still do a few of that stuff. But it's a choice you have to make. We all have that choice. It's the freedom of speech to be able to go to yourself, maybe just one more hit. Well, that one more hit may end your life or may end someone else's life in the midst of it all. Another one that I struggled through quite a bit was alcohol that kills millions every day. Depression. When I was depressed, I would drink, and I drink hard. I drink it till I can't drink anymore. And not only am I the drinker that comes out, but I come very violent. I just want to punch, and I just want to move my hands to destroy people every time I drink. Because someone said to me the other day, who just come out of a 20-year soberness, and he said, "Oh, one drink." I said, "You don't know how to do one drink." How many times have we heard that? One drink, one glass of wine ends up being a whole box of wine. It's just you're opening a can of worms that you already know what's going to happen next, because you already have the answer. Because unless your feet are solid on solid ground, this demon will never run away. What helped me get away from alcohol was this word, music. I was sitting in a little church, and there was a little organ, and I sat there, and all I could do was cry. I didn't even know what I was playing, because I didn't know how to play. I had a connection with that. It was like my best friend for the first time. And I just broke down, and all these things came out of me. And then I just thought, wow, this is pretty cool. I don't have to use my hands so hard to hurt my hands and break my fingers. And so I just started playing. And today I play over 22 instruments professionally now. Every instrument I pick up, I master. I got a harp the other day, and I've mastered the harp already to be able to, and it's, didn't ask for one. It just came. A lady just donated it to us, to our school that we're building. And it's amazing. It's already in line, as you said. Do you know that your life was already written, even if you try to change it? It is already written. Why stress? Why try to go do a shortcut down a Lee Drive and try to go through another street when, hey, hello, it's all going to meet in the same place. Wherever you try to hide, it will still end up on Palani Road. Hello. And it's already written. It's already written. So why force yourself to do something when it's already written? Your life has already been planned out by God. It's the truth. It's already written. Don't run. Just walk. If you walk, you won't miss the blessings along the way. There are doors that are waiting for you to open if you just slow down a little bit and take the time, especially in marriages. So much broken marriages. Why? Because there's no communication. And you know what? It's okay to it's okay to disagree. It's part of life. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, that person that you chose will be by yourself no matter what. You're going to go to bed with them anyway. But to be able to find a way to find a common ground, to be okay, to not control him. He'll be still by your side no matter what. But to be able to go, honey, why don't we try to do this? What can I do for you today? Why try to do that every day? Why don't we try to do it as a lifestyle, like the Aloha Spirit? When I travel all over the world, there's a lot of mean people. And every time they try to be mean to me, I always give them the Aloha Spirit. And they're like, why are you smiling so much? Why are you so kind? Because it's who I am. I can't change that, because the other person I used to be, you wouldn't want to know. That's the difference. So take the guy that's smiling a lot and hugging you and giving you all his money and everything he owns. Take it all, because when you die, nothing's going with you, pretty much, right? You can't take your 57 Chevy with you, or your Harley Davidson, or the beautiful jewelry. You can't take any of that. So we have to dig a little deeper to be able to go, am I okay? Like the outside looks pretty. Us men, we're tough, but the inside is horrible, so dark. And we have comfort zones as men to be like, I'm not going to share you everything that I need you to. It's none of your business. But truthfully, it actually is, because how are you going to change? How is your son going to change unless you ask for help, right? Your son can't do it. Obviously, he's going to die and sink to that disease of drugs. It's simple as that, right, people? Right? Amen to that? Let's see what else I had on my back. For sure. Oh, my goodness, this one's another one. Fear. Oh, my gosh. We're so scared about what? We fear what? We fear man. Oh, I don't fear man at all. Now, if I fear man and I was supposed to die, then guess where I'm going? To a better place than this, that's for sure. No more gas, no more diesel, no more nothing. Just pure air, freedom, and a place that I can't wait to go. So every time I get into a violent situation, I do this. I stay calm. I had an incident a couple of days ago, which I didn't tell Stephen, and it had to do with my son-in-law. And bless his heart, he's probably watching right now. Naughty boy. But it involved alcohol, and it's not him. As my mother would always say to me, son, I love you, but I don't love what you're doing. I love you, but I don't love the alcohol. I love you, son, but I don't love the drugs. So I still love you. And you get into a place where there's a lot of fear. And the first thing I've learned is to go in calmly, as calm as a storm, or as calm as my grandson's butt. So smooth. And I walk in there, and there's so much violence happening. There's so much pressure, so much thing to be able to stay calm. Because if you don't stay calm, one lion to another lion doesn't make any difference. What's going to happen? It's going to explode. But to be able to be calm in everything. What do we fear? Do we fear that we ain't going to get our bills paid? Do we feel that my marriage is breaking? Do we feel, and there are answers to this. You know, your bills will be paid. Don't even worry about that. You know, if the world came to an end, we still don't have any chance of stopping it, no matter what, but to take care of ourselves, right? If they decided to blow up the power and take all the satellites out, and America will have no power for a whole year, we will be okay, right? Because remember, all the supermarkets won't have power, all the gas stations won't have power, your generators don't mean anything because we can't get gas. So all these things were shut down, but yet we have blessings all around. Bananas, avocados, papayas, oh, so much. And talk about power. We don't need power. We could just go live off the grid, right? And we have pigs, we have chickens, we have... Save your pigs. But all those things will be okay. There's no reason to stress. As I said, your life was already written. It's already written. You know, my brother died not long ago when he was 50 years old, 51. He didn't see it coming. We thought he was going to reach 100, but obviously it didn't. But his life was already written that he was going to pass away at 51. It's the truth. You know, I don't know how long I've got left on this world, but I tell you what, I've dodged a lot of bullets to be able to go, Stephen, I'm still here, right? I've come here to this church for about 3 or 4 times, and I'm still standing here encouraging you to never give up, no matter how hard life is. Because as I said, you can walk in here beautiful, but I don't know what's inside you that I need to find out how I can help. You know, trust in a marriage, in a relationship, in everything, your friends, trust actually in everything in life, even in a business or a relationship between you and a CEO or someone that you trust. Trust is everything. Without trust, I don't know. You're just going to keep chasing that demon. Oh, what happened? You know, you're still going to keep chasing. unless you have some sort of foundation to be able to replace that. And everyone has an answer to trust, right? How do you overcome trust? How can you trust again? I don't trust him again. He cheated on me. I don't trust him again. I'll never trust him again. Well, don't say never, because when you say never, guess what? You're going to trust again very quick. And what helped me trust again and to be able to forgive and was this person here. God. Last night, someone said to me as I did the concert last night, he was at the Kona Coffee last night, Kona Coffee Festival. Someone said to me, "What are you smoking, man? You're always happy." I'm like, God. What? He's like, God. Why are you happy? God. Every day I get in my time, as you guys do, I meditate 4 o'clock in the morning every day for the last 20 years of my career. I've been getting up at 4 o'clock. And I get on my knees on the side of my bed and I say, thank you, God, for my life. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for saving my kids. Thank you for saving my wife. Thank you for saving my family. Thank you for me, for giving me the opportunity to live again so I can help others like your son. So taking that time out to be able to go, who do you trust then? Who do you trust? You have to find something to trust. Or someone to trust. If man is not to trust, then trust something. You trust the universe, then go for it. If it helps you be grounded, then go for it. Whatever helps you to get that trust back in your relationship. Most marriages, when they break up and they don't have trust, the best medicine to do is trust yourself. Find the place to be grounded on your own and trust yourself that everything will be okay. Because you can't stand for his problems, because that's his journey. Just because you're married from a piece of paper doesn't mean anything, because those demons are still in there, right? So you have to get up in the morning, go, Stephen, look in the mirror, Stephen, go, I love you. I don't know if most men do that, but I do. When I get to brush my teeth and I go, Mr. Smooth. Mr. Smooth. I love you, my brother. I love you. Hey, do good today. Make sure you change your life today, Mr. Smooth. I said, I'll try my best. You're good looking today. No, not that shirt. Do the other shirt. Make me look better. Here's one. It's probably the last one. I grew up a very violent man. These hands were made for fighting for so long. And because I grew up in it, all I wanted to do is hurt people with my hands. And these hands have been through war. Many, many people I've hit and I have hurt for so long. But that's all I knew as a kid. And when I went through my sobriety, I had to find a way to recover. How do I run away from not raising my hands anymore? How do I walk away from that? Well, there was the only one answer to this part here was love. Because people who are violent don't have love. They don't. Because if you had love, then there's so much things about love that will conquer violence and hate and all that. And that's the one thing I did not have in my category of life, or my vocabulary of life is love. I didn't have love. There was no love in my bone. All I wanted to do was be violent. That's it. Now that I have so much love, oh my gosh, no one can stop me from just keep giving and giving and giving and giving and never stop giving love. Because that is the one true thing that we all need the most, is to be comforted. As a woman breaks down, she just needs a hug or just a kiss and say, honey, I love you. Well, you know, when men get sick, they cry like a baby, right? Most men, they're just, I'm so sick. Oh, the wife's always there, or the girlfriend taking care of you. They're loving you. It's the one thing we really want the most. But us men, we shut down quite well when it comes to love. Like, yeah, that's okay. But really, we need it every day. And love conquers everything. And I don't know how much time I have, but the moral of the story is that every day is a blessing, no matter how you look at it. And if people don't accept you for who you are, or they don't like you, it's because they don't know you. It's the truth. When people don't like me, it's because you don't know me. I'm the different person that you probably saw 10 years ago. You know, I've lost probably 315 pounds already in 10 years. It's a big, big change in my life too. That helped me be more confident in me and not hide all the time of my body and my look. And it didn't matter anymore. I didn't want to please man anymore. I just wanted to please God and say, God, help me. I don't worry about my family members anymore. Just help me. I need the help. They have their own journey and their own story and their own chapter. To end it is that we all sometimes are living in the same story that we've been telling for the last 60, 70 years of our lives, or even less. It's time to change the story and the title of your life to move forward. If you don't do that, there will be no doors opening for you to discover what's on the other side. Because the song I'm about to sing to you is a song I wrote. It's called Live. And I got approached by Zach Brown from the Zach Brown Band to record with him in Nashville in January to record the song Live. He loved it so much that we actually just performed it in one of his live concerts of 45,000 people just recently in New Jersey. And I came back and said, yeah, this is the song. And I wrote it, and I had one more verse to write. And I had a friend who just came back from Afghanistan, just fought the war, lost all his buddies through it all. He lost them in Iraq and he lost them in Afghanistan. He came back wounded. And Mario said, hey, can I just come and hang out with you because you have good vibe? I said, come over, my brother. I'm just writing a song right now. Well, he wrote the last verse, counting down the unknowing deadline, meaning he's in the slumbers of the holes in Afghanistan, waiting in the dark, trying to figure out who he's shooting. Counted by the bottomless shelf wine, which is the blood that was shared. Light fireworks, it's so dark at night, it's just missiles just going over him. It's like fireworks. And he sat there in the slumber hole and he said to himself, God, is my worth and value your time on earth? That's pretty powerful. And he performed with me last night. Oh, no, not last night, the night before. And every time I share that story, it just meant that he was supposed to write the last verse on that song. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I could stay here forever and teach and share and keep going about stuff that we could all go through. There's demons in our lives that we got to figure out how to get rid of. And we can only do that one day at a time and one step at a time. And one of the things that I've learned the most that I do all the time is in the book of Ephesians. If you don't read the Bible, I actually do. That's my best book. That's the best book I read. Is that it says, keep praying in the Spirit. Pray for your fellow men. Pray for your soldiers that are fighting the war. Pray for our country. Pray for our corrupt parliament. Politicians. Oh my gosh, they really need awakening, right? Pray for them. Pray for our president, who some of us just, I don't know what he's thinking, but pray for him. The only way we can change the world is to continue to keep them in prayer. Our leaders, our fellow men, this gentleman back here, pray for him. Continue to pray for Stephen and his workers and everyone that's here contributing. But most of all, pray for yourself. God, help me get through another day. God, help me get out of the situation that I'm in. Show me what I need to do next. It's free. You don't need to go to Harvard to learn these things. It's such a simple book and a simple part of life that if we just don't step out, how will we know change? if we're all locked up still in the bedroom and go, no one can see me, well, guess what? You're just going to go round in circles. Down the Lee Drive, back the other way. Down the Lee Drive, back the other way. It just go round in circles. You ain't going anywhere else. And when you die and you get to that place where you stand in front of the Father and they go, let's rewind your life back a little bit. Let's take a look. I think some of us will be a little scared to go back there and go, wow, I didn't know we could see that stuff. Well, think about it. It's all things that we can think about. There are stories in your life, that this generation can learn from to be able to help the generation after me. So thank you so much for listening. And I hope a little bit that helps you. But most of all, love you. Love you. And so I'm going to play this song for you. Is that okay, Stephen? Yeah.
Yes.
Don't cry, Stephen. I'm not supposed to make you cry.
Crying
would be good for me.
So really just listen to the words. You can close your eyes, but listen to the words. It's a universal song that you can just really think about it yourself. You were called to be here this morning for a reason. It's no accident that you were supposed to be here. Just know that. Everything that you've done in your life has never been wasted or not in vain. It's a blessing no matter how you look at it. We can change the world if we change ourselves first. We can't tell someone stop drinking when we're getting wasted at home. We can't tell someone stop doing this and stop doing that when we're doing it ourselves. It makes no sense. We want the generations after us to change. Well, we need to change first. Right? It's the truth. Your son going through what he's going through, that's his chapter. It's got nothing to do with you. But we got to figure out how to get him back on track. Because why? He's precious. And God put him in this earth to be able to help others that he went through, what he went through. And that's why I wrote this song. And it goes something like this. Struggles are real, and a walk of life feels. Sometimes it goes no way. Our cup feels so full as we struggle to pull, but really it's empty today. Our struggles are real and our walk of life feels. Sometimes it goes no way. Our cup feels so full as we struggle to pull, but really it's empty today. We will fall, then get up. We will fail, but we'll try again. We will cry and we will smile, but most of all we will live. We get up not knowing where we are going or what day it is today. With no goals or visions, it's like we're stuck in prison, but yet the keys are in your hand. We get up not knowing where we are going or what day it is today. With no goals or vision, it's like we're stuck in prison, but yet the keys are in your hand. We will fall, then get up.
We will fail, but we'll try again. We will cry and we will smile. But most of all, we will live. Our soldiers fight wars to give us our freedom. Battles they fight till they die. We honor those before us who've lost their lives, so we may have freedom for life. Soldiers fight wars to give us our freedom. Battles they fight till they die. We honor those before us who've lost their lives, so we may have freedom for life. We will fall, then get up. We will fail, but we'll try again. We will cry and we will smile, but most of all we will live. Counting down the unknowing deadline, clouded by the bottomless shell of wine. It's like to light fireworks, it's so dark at night. Is my worth and value your time? Counting down the unknowing deadline, clouded by the bottomless shell of wine. It's so hard to light fireworks, it's so dark at night. Is my worth and value your time? We will fall, then get up. We will fail, but we'll try again. We will cry and we will smile, but most of all we will live. But most of all we will live. But most of all we will live. So change is a good thing. Change is a really good thing. As long as we're going forward, not backwards. That's all that matters. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day. God bless you all. And we'll see you soon. And we hope. Thank you.
You have time for another one if you're up for
Another
it.
one. Yeah.
Maybe
You guys feeling okay? Why don't we stand up a little bit? Clap your hands, you can dance, whatever you do. Singing, don't worry about the thing. Everyone sing. Because that was horrible, folks, really. Singing, don't worry about the thing. Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. I woke up this morning smiling at the rising sun. 3 little birds, maybe 4, sitting by my doorstep, singing a sweet song, melody pure and true. Here we go, folks. This is my message to you, you. Here we go. Singing, don't worry about the thing. Sing to it. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be. Sing it to the person next to you. Singing, don't worry, honey. Don't you ever worry about anything. 'Cause every little thing is Sing it one more time. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Sing it one more time. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Give someone a hug behind you or whatever. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Just so that you guys know, and as he said before, I am building a music school for our keikis on the island. I've been building for 10 years. It's been a long journey, and I'm almost done. Now, for those who have never been to my property, it's just up Holualoa, Hualalai Road. You are all welcome to come and see what we've done in 10 years. We've built all the classrooms already. They're all done. We built the commercial kitchen. That's all done. We have a beautiful workshop downstairs that we build ukuleles and guitars for nonprofits. So we get the money and we give it away. So we build hike. This is one of the guitars that we built. This guitar came from the Mokuikawa Church. When they threw all the wood away in the dumpsters, I went and grabbed it all. 1800 was where this wood came from. 1800. As you can see on the guitar, it has the name Mokuikawa Church, and it has the year they dragged the wood down to build the church, 1800s. So when they went through the restoration of the church, as you know, recently, they all got rid of all the wood, which they shouldn't have. They should have preserved it. So I went and grabbed it all and took it up to Kennan's Derek, who was the builder, and Derek built this guitar for me, and it's all from the church. Yeah. The front part is the confession door of the church. So there's a lot of confession coming out of this guitar right now. And I won't tell you some of them. But everything about this guitar is all built from the wood of the church. All that wood that was dragged down. And so we decided to build this school. Instead of building our own dream home, we decided to dedicate this whole property to the community so we can keep these kids off the streets. Now, if you want to come and see it, just come and see me, and I'll give you my address and my phone number. And then anytime this whole week while I'm in town, we can come up and see what we've been doing. And I told Stephen, let's change it up. Life is too short. Let's come to my place. We'll have church over there, and we'll get some of the tutus to do a big meal for you guys and bless you guys during Christmas time. And I'm putting him on the spot right now so that he can make it happen. To be able to go, let us bless your church. Let us bless you guys, and then come to my world and see what we're doing for our keikis and our kids. So I can't wait till Stephen does that. So please bug him to go, let's go to LT's place. Let's go to LT's place. And we'll be a nice field trip on Sunday that we could just cook lunch or put a couple of pigs down or something like that. Whatever it takes to make your wonderful meal better. I will make it all happen for you guys. But Stephen, please bring these people over to the other side of, which is only 5 minutes down the road anyway, right?
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Does that sound good?
Does that sound good? So that everyone knows what I'm doing and what I have. We built a nonprofit called the Hero Foundation, which we have a 501c3 now, so that people can donate to that, and we can buy instruments and all that stuff for the kids. We have 130 kids every week come in, and most of the kids that work for my property are all troubled kids that have all changed their lives, big time. It's because when you step in, kind of like when we step in here, it's so peaceful, it's so safe. Well, that's what we try to create for these kids, so they don't have to run to drugs and alcohol and all that stuff. So please help me get this vision out there so that we can all be a part of it. Is that okay? Stephen, no more talking from me. Take it away.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's hear what you have in store for us musically. And while you're playing, I'm going to pass the coal bowl for you can show your appreciations for events like this, and I promise you I will work on that, getting us to LTs during Christmas.
I just can't wait to have you all up there. I'm so excited. And I think because the fact that I love to give, I just love to keep giving. And some of you are due for that. I think some of you are due to be given too. And I think it's time, because there are givers and there are takers. There's a lot of takers in this world, but we got to raise up more givers than takers, right? So it's about time for us to give to you as you keep giving to the world. And so we'd love to have you and host you up there. Oh, you will be blown away with what we've created up there. Thanks to the community that have supported us and people that have believed in our vision. So, and it's not only for the kids now. If you want to learn ukulele and guitar or saxophone or trumpet or keyboards or upright bass or cello or a harp or clarinet or flute, which I play all those instruments, we have a lot of room for you to teach you. And so I will be starting next year my own classes, my own personal classes. I will have a class of slack key, basically what we're playing right now, a woman's class and a man's class to be able to give back. And you get a free guitar on every lesson to pay. So when you join that 12-week program, we give you a guitar for free, from us to you. So that's something that you can inspire you to play. So just a little bit of that. So, or ukulele, whatever you decide. Thanks, Stephen, for having me. Such a blessing to be here this morning. You know, I would miss Wheel of Fortune anytime to come here. My favorite program. My favorite. And Gold Rush, by the way. Well, thank you so much, Stephen, for having me. It's been a pleasure. It's been a blessing.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody here that arranged to help set this up for us, and our president Pasha, who does all the hard work behind the scenes all the time, and Kaimana, who's double duty today, did the sound healing and now is doing the soundboard.
Thank you. Cheers. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm donating a sound system to you for next week for sure. Yeah. Stephen, take that home with you when you finish. I will have a full sound system for you for next Sunday here, and it'll be our donation to your church, and I'll come and run it for you so you can know how to run it all. So after seeing this a few more times, I think it's time for you for a new sound system. And so I have a full setup for you. We'll have all the microphones. We have everything that will make this place a concert where everyone's going to come. They want to come to this place. So if that's okay, Stephen, I have it. I'm ready for you.
We're going to be grounded.
We'll have to figure that part out. I have to bring an electrician in to figure that power. Yeah.
You need to get a...
Well, yeah. But thank you so much, everyone. Looking forward to next week, too. So I just can't wait for a new sound system for you guys. It'll be good. And your live streaming will be good, too.
Yeah, thank you.
You better stop me once I'll give my house away, too, and everything else. And my bed. No,
we'll just give it back.
Namaste, everyone. This is your show, so
I get it. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I just wasn't sure.
Fly away with me. Fly away with me. I will fly away to the end of time. Fly away with me. Sing it with me. Here we go. Fly away with me. I will fly away to the end of time. Fly away. I searched the world for you. I would turn my heart for you. You have given me hope to nearly more, and yet you still love me. Everyone, fly. I will fly away to the end of time. Fly away. I'm changed because of you. You're the wind that carries me through. You have given me hope when I needed it most, and yet you still loved me. Here we go. Fly away with me. I will fly away to the end of time. Fly away with me. I will fly away to the end of time. Fly away with me. One more time. I will fly away to the end of time. Fly away with me.
Yahoo! Who would like to go to lunch? Actually, LT,
Me?
do you have
I
time
want
to go to
lunch.
lunch with us? Probably, if you
Yeah,
are
I'd love to
willing,
go to
we're
lunch
just
with you
gonna
guys. No problem.
go up to the restaurant here at the top of the parking lot, and they have Chinese and stuff. So, how many people would like to join us at the table? The On a Home Kitchen, right here at the top of the parking lot, and this will be like 10, 20 minutes after the service. So raise your hands if you want to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm going to just say about 8. Thank you very much. And I'm going to read the announcements of the upcoming things at New Thought. Of course, we have the service every Sunday at 10 a.m. in person and by live stream. It's never too late for love.
Those days are over. Never been late before, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steven, it's your show.
Okay. I'd apologize for not announcing that earlier, but it's all perfect. Next Sunday, Jennifer Lightly is the speaker, and her title is Combing the Old Woman's Hair, and music by Sakshi Zion. On the 26th, it's Harry Euhane Jim, and his topic is Ho'oponopono with music by Vavoda. On December 3rd, it's Kuma Keala Ching. I'm not quite pronouncing this. It's Kulena versus Kuliana. Okay. Versus Responsibility. Music by Kumo. A weekly class, we have Tai Chi. There'll be no class tomorrow. They're usually on Monday from 4:30. Classes will resume on the 20th. At the end of the month potluck, the next one is on 11/26, right after the service. And on produce giveaway now is on the first Sunday after the service. Next one will be December 3rd. Crystal Bowl meditation, that was today from 9 to 9:30. The next time it will be December 10th. Special events. There's a Thanksgiving interfaith concert held at the Lutheran Church on 11/20 from 6 to 8 p.m. And you can bring canned food or money for a donation. It all goes for the Hawaiian food basket. And at New Thought Center, we're having a Thanksgiving
dinner Thursday, 11/23 at 3 p.m. Probably eat about 3:30. It's a potluck meal. Turkey will be provided by New Thought, and I have the honor of cooking it myself. So you'll love it. And also, I'm planning on bringing breadfruit mashed potatoes to go with it. So there's a sign-up sheet over here on the table. So if you really, we need people to sign up ahead of time to figure out how to arrange everything. There's going to be a holiday bazaar Saturday on December 2nd from 10 to 3 on this lanai right here, where there'll be many different items for sale. Service opportunities, the holiday events, we need help Thanksgiving and Christmas for volunteers to help set things up and clean things up. The lay that was just presented to LT, we need volunteers who would like to learn how to do that. Just see Jamie. We need help for potluck, greeters, setup, technical. We need a lot of help for technical help. And LT is kind of volunteering to ground us on that. So if you'd like to be on the mailing list, sign the guest book. It's over on that table. Or you can sign up. We do have a website, www.newthoughtcenterofhawaii.com. And we are going to lunch. And any other New Thought announcements today? We have one.
Can I use this one? Yeah. So even though it's not produce giveaway day, some people brought things anyway. Sometimes the trees just can't wait. And it looks like there's also a big jug of lemonade and some hot beverages. So LT was so engrossing that most of us didn't want to get up, but there's some, anyway, help yourselves. And we don't want to have things left behind. And there's also, in addition to the sign-up sheet for the Thanksgiving potluck, there's also a sign-up sheet if you want to be involved in this holiday bazaar the first Saturday of December. Ramona Owen is organizing that, and she's created a sign-up sheet. It's by the Poinsettia and the Angel, and the Thanksgiving sign-up sheet obviously is by the Turkey.
And also I brought for the early produce giveaway 3 little potted miniature bell pepper plants that are really tasty and easy to grow and don't take up much space. So I just want to give those away. You can see me if you're interested. They're not hot. So let's all stand and join hands and sing our song, Hawaii Aloha. The lyrics are on these banners, both here on the wall and behind you. And I don't know who's going to start it. It's not going to be me. Maybe. Well, it just happened. All right, Gene, would you like to start, or are you going to leave the on? Hawaii, Hey,
Keep on coming back.
Yeah.
Oh.